and we all good.
Okay, we're welcoming to a new segment where we discuss ridiculous stories of my life and debate whether or not I am just plain unlucky or have a need for attention by making up stupid shit.
No, this would be good.
Oh, yeah. And I'm debating on a title for this. So I've got 3 titles I've been thinking about. The first one is Archimage Tales.
Okay.
Bizarre Life of Archimage.
Okay.
Or what the hell kind of life is this for anybody to lead?
The Archimage stories. No, I want everything what you said just now, but then add at the end the Archimage story.
Wait, so combine all 3 titles?
No. The very last one where he's like, what type of life is this for anyone to
What the
live?
hell kind of life is this for anybody to lead? The Archimage story.
The Archimage story,
Okay,
yes.
there. That's the segment.
Okay, remember that Archimage because I'm going to have to like write that on a notepad.
Gotcha. But yeah, okay. So we're going to go with that. That's going to be the name of this segment. God, that's a horrible name, but it will fit with the story.
I just realized I should also get the timer.
Yeah, we're going to do this in 30-minute segments.
Okay.
And yeah, just 30 minutes for each one because if I keep going on and on, all my stories will take way too bloody long.
Oh, perfect. I got a 30-minute
That sounds
timer.
sad when I say it out loud.
Okay, perfect. I got a 30-minute timer already set up. We are good.
Okay. So, the one we're going to go for is what I had to do and had to go through for my little brother's graduation.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if anybody doubts that I am a good big brother, I will challenge them with this story. Okay, so as we all know, the pandemic happens, end of the world, blah, blah, blah. And
We're still dealing with it. Yeah.
Tuesday. Moving on.
And I was one of the few people who was actually naturally immune, so I wasn't really that interested in getting the COVID shot. But, well, I then found out that my little brother's graduation, which was going to take place, which I was really glad for because I really did want my brother to have a graduation party, would only let people in if they got a COVID shot. So I'm like, ugh, god damn it. So, what can I do? I have to go get the COVID shot. And it was my parents that told me this. And I couldn't help but think that there is every single chance that they were lying to me just to force me to get the shot. I mean, it is completely something they do because they know my little brother is the only reason I would pretty much go against my principles or my stubbornness. And I even told him that. I told my dad, look, if you guys are lying to me, I will find out about it. My dad's answer did not bode me with any kind of confidence. Do you know what he said?
I know.
He said, I quote, I know.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah. Just I know. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like they lied to me. I really do.
Yeah.
Too late now. And well, anyway. So I get the COVID shot, which I got the Johnson & Johnson one, literally the day before it was called back for causing blood clots in people. So good luck for me there. Didn't get violently ill or anything. So I was all set. And then a week after I got the stupid shot, Austin School called back and told me, hey, every single student is only allowed to have 2 guests. 2 bloody guests. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So I wasn't allowed to go because only my mom and dad were allowed. I went through a whole shot process, and I didn't even get to go. So I was like, okay, fine. You know, the only reasonable thing to do is find a way to sneak into the school and watch it while avoiding the police, right?
I like how that's his reasonable response to a situation not going his way.
See, here's the thing. I completely agree with this, except for the part where you're sneaking into a school.
I know. No, I completely agree. Who sneaks into a school? That sounds wrong. Like, it leaves a foul taste in my mouth to say it. But, Shadow R. Fox, I challenge you. What would have been my better alternative?
Well, what I would have done was I would have made my parents take a tablet or some type of tablet, put Zoom on it, and then just did a Zoom call with them.
It was already going to be Zoomed. I'm not going to watch it on a bloody screen.
Nah,
It's the right of the big brother to be there to embarrass his little brother by shouting, "Go! Yay! Hooray!" So everybody looks and stares.
I mean, that's gonna be even more embarrassing when you do it from a tablet, and you can even automate your voice to make it sound all robotic.
Okay, you have met my parents. You think there's any chance that they wouldn't have put that on mute?
Oh, no, they would have.
There you go. So I had to be there in person.
That's that's assuming they know how to use a tablet well enough to put on mute.
You see, then there's that logic. You really think they'd be able to turn it on or connect to the Wi-Fi?
Oh, I was gonna say if they can't mute it, they're just gonna smash it on the ground.
Or stick it in my mom's purse.
There you go. Okay, I would start making it sound like the purse is talking.
Yeah. Again, this doesn't help me. Okay, so that was the reasonable solution, was obviously to sneak into a school. God, that's still, it leaves a horrible biley taste in my mouth to say that. Anyway, the plan was fairly simple. We were going to drive up there. We were going to drive and stop in the Peabody Hotel up in Memphis, stay there a night, and then drive to Indiana. Peabody Hotel, really nice hotel. So we start on, the road's very nice, everything's calm, and then we hit a traffic jam. And we were stuck for 3 hours in traffic trying to go over 5 miles. And we found out later it was because a bridge into Memphis had cracked. Like, there was an inch crack in the superstructure right at the pillar in the middle of the bridge, so they had to shut down the entire bridge. Whoever missed that got fired.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, so because of that, only one bridge into Memphis was open, and of course it was the smaller 2-lane bridge. You know, the bigger 4-lane bridge, of course, cracked and was unsound. How does an older bridge that is smaller and built decades before the first one be structurally more sound than the newer? You know what? Even as I'm saying this sentence, I realize
I think you understand full well why now.
Yeah, I know why. Even as I'm saying it, I'm realizing how stupid of a statement this is. So never mind. So 5 hours and stuck in the car. We can't go anywhere. Mom is ticked off. She's yelling at Dad. Like this was somehow his fault. Getting my dad, who normally just ignores my mom's yelling, actually turns to her and says, "Honey, there are people dying and starving to death right now in the city. You're stuck in a traffic jam. I think you'll survive." My mom did something. We finally got to the hotel. My mom did something I didn't ever think I'd see. Like, I thought literally the apocalypse and the world would crack in half and a giant alligator speaking Chinese would jump out and before this ever happened.
She apologized
to my dad.
Oh wow. Well, in the end times.
No, that's not end times. That's the end times have come. The millenniums happen, and a whole new end times that God wasn't aware of started. So I'm like, okay, you know what? This trip might have been worth it just to see that. I really hope my mom never watches this.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we get out of Memphis a lot easier, and we drive up to Indiana, and we get stuck again for an hour and a half in traffic because an 18-wheeler burst into flames and literally burned down to the chassis. Like, all that was left was the bent metal of this, like, core structure. The canopy, the truck, everything was just gone. The rubber melted into the ground. Ugh. I don't know what the hell that thing was carrying, but it went up like a Roman candle. But we managed to get past that. We got in late, and we met my brother and my brother's girlfriend. She's actually really nice, and she mellowed out my brother from his preacher phase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that was good. You know, nothing like a girl to kind of mellow out a guy.
Usually it's the opposite.
I know, right? So we were going to take him out to dinner. We were taking him to a nice place called Tony's. And we went out to dinner. We celebrated, you know, congratulations on graduating and everything. And I managed to get food poisoning from some boiled calamari. Who the hell boils calamari? I mean, honestly.
That's not how you make calamari.
You think fried, right?
By definition, I'm.
By definition, it's fried.
Like-
Hang on.
Yeah,
I will
Zed-
look up the definition.
I was
of
just
calamari.
about to ask you, Zed, since you got the bad access to look it up real fast.
Yeah, so it's just like, why? But, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it was kind of spongy, which was too bad. The rest of the food was actually really good. The steak, potatoes, the seafood, everything else was delicious, but...
Okay,
Yeah.
the only definition I have is it's squid served as food.
Okay, well, that doesn't help.
But everything I'm looking at is fried.
Yeah, so boiled calamari. It's weird, right? And
Yeah,
what's
you know-
weird is weirder that they actually did put the breading on it to be fried, but then just boiled it instead.
That doesn't work.
It didn't work. So anyway, I got food poisoning and spent the night in the bathroom. Thankfully, thanks to my immune system, I was able to get over it pretty fast. I got over it at about 4 a.m., which was
Okay.
fun because at 5 a.m. I had to wake up in order to sneak into my brother's school. So I could avoid the the campus police and the actual police brought in checking people.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in at 5 a.m. and then I get to go and stay in my brother's dorm and hide out there until his actual graduation, which was at 10 a.m. So got a nice 4-hour wait. I did take a nap, not gonna lie, on very uncomfortable, college bunk beds, but
Yeah.
what do you expect? So it started. I sneak out of the room, going past, and then I have to go clear across the campus, which, if you can picture a 6'4" person dressed entirely in black trying to sneak across a campus and not being seen
In broad daylight.
in broad daylight.
Why did you wear black?
It was cold.
It's him.
Okay, that doesn't answer why you wore the color black.
Well, yes, it's me. Most of my clothes are black, and it was cold.
I'm fine with you wearing a bunch of clothing because it's cold, but again, have more colors than just black.
To be fair, I mean, darker colors pull in absorb more heat.
Exactly. Thank you. But anyway, so if you can imagine, 6'4" running across, and really, do you think me being in bright colors would change the fact that I'm now a 6'4" trying to dodge across a campus?
He'll be Naruto at that point, in which case you'll probably be normal, because how many people in college do the whole Naruto run, so...
Okay, I was not running like Naruto. I was running like a normal person. And most of the time I wasn't running. I was just trying to guard across, and I had to duck into buildings a few times. And of course, the entire graduation party decided to march along the entire campus to get to the graduation thing. So I also had to avoid that, which I actually failed miserably at, but I pretended to be one of the parents inside, and I got to wave to my little brother as he walked by.
Okay.
So that was fun. Then after that, I had to finally get across the rest of the campus, again avoiding very suspicious-looking campus police who are eyeing me. But, best way is to just keep walking and make it look like you're late and look like you know where you're going. Usually people won't bother you.
Yeah.
So I then had to hop a bridge that was roped off for some reason, not sure why, cut across a field to a small trail that was just outside the campus, which runs parallel to the football stadium where they were having the damn graduation, only to find out I couldn't hear anything. So then I had to go back, avoid the 2 trucks of campus security that were going down the path to make sure that nobody was, extensively blocking it up, hop another fence, get onto the tennis courts, dart across the tennis court without being seen, and then hide for about 3 hours in metal bleachers waiting for my brother to graduate. All in below 60-degree weather. But I managed it. And I actually had to, for about 2 hours, kind of crouch down to make sure I wasn't seen for a while. And do you have any idea how hard it is for someone over 6 feet tall to knock off 2 feet off their height for an extended period of time?
Little bit.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I mean, I do. I'm only 2 inches shorter than you.
Is it fun?
No.
No, it's not fun. It's bloody miserable. And again, in below 60-degree weather. But I get there, I wait for my brother's turn, I shout out, "Yay, go!" and embarrass him. So That's great. And on a side note, slightly ticked off about the college, they gave him a goodie bag. They gave him a goodie bag, and in this goodie bag was an official school pen, a bag of assorted popcorn, 5 macaroons, and a small bottle of champagne with glasses. I didn't get shit when I graduated.
I didn't go in my graduation, so I wasn't expecting shit.
Do you think you would have gotten that?
No, but
Especially from the school we went to.
no, but my thought process was you taking this much time and money from me. You're not taking another fucking dime or second.
Here. But, you know, so brother graduated, yay, hip hip hooray, happy days, blah blah blah. Oy vey. So we celebrate, and the original plan was that I was going to help my brother load his stuff into the car and, you know, ride back with him. But my brother actually had a job interview up there, so he was going to stay, and I had to ride back with my folks. So, okay, fine, whatever. And by the way, I'm still kind of suffering the ill effects of food poisoning, so I'm still a little weak and tired after all this, and I haven't eaten anything all day, which, again, lots of fun. But we drive back, and the first day is actually fine. Managed to find a really nice burger place. Then on the way back, my dad's driving, you know, because we were switching off, and he was driving, and he tries to avoid a very large rock in the middle of the highway. He manages to avoid it, only to hit the pothole that the rock came out of, which punctures a hole in the tire.
Lovely.
Oh, yeah. So we had to pull off and basically change the tire. Which turns out could have been a lot worse because we warned my brother about that to stay in the left lane to avoid that. According to my brother, when he was coming back, there was a 6-car pileup on the right-hand lane from apparently someone hitting a pothole, puncturing the tire, hitting the rock, and causing a big pileup.
Oh.
So it could have been a lot worse.
Lovely.
Yeah, so that's the fun I had trying to get to my little brother's graduation. Is there any doubt that I'm a good big brother?
Again, you're better than me. I would have just sent a postcard. But then again, I'm also an only child, so.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, maybe I'm talking to the wrong audience.
I would have been. You heard me already saying I'm gonna put myself on the tablet so I don't have to go. I mean, I spent several years trying to get out of a college. You think I'm gonna spend a minute trying to get back into one?
Okay, I had to sneak in. Wait, does that make it better or worse? That makes
Worse.
it worse. Yeah, I know. So all that time I spent getting out of my college, only to sneak into another one. Ugh, it still tastes bad. Who sneaks into college? Honestly, it's just. It's bad. No, I admit that. Never should have done that. But, you know, it happened. It happened. I'm glad I saw my brother's graduation, and I got to see my mom apologize. Because, again, my mom does not apologize. She's very outspoken and cusses a lot, despite the fact that she swears she never cusses. Like, I still remember the first time I ever cussed as a kid. I said shit, right? You know,
Yeah.
Common thing. That's a common first cuss word for a kid, right?
Yeah.
I forget why I said shit, but I remember my mom's exact words to that. When I said that, she turns to me and says, "What the fuck is wrong with you? We do not use that fucking language in this house. Where the fuck did you learn that shit?"
So within her yelling, she used the word.
Yes, she did. It's like, fuck did you learn that shit? I'm just looking at her going, I have
From
no
you?
idea, Mom. I have no idea where I learned it from. And even my brother's brought it up. He's been like, Mom, you cuss more than all of us. My mom's exact words were, and I quote, What the fuck are you talking about? I never use any fucking curse words. You are such a goddamn fucking liar. I'm like, Mom! Jesus!
Maybe she don't consider those curse words.
No, she considers them cuss words than anybody else when she says them. But according to her, she never cusses. Oh, she's gonna come for my blood if she ever hears this video.
I mean, don't tell her, don't tell her my username. Don't tell her to watch Shadow All Fox video.
Okay, look, all I have
Hashtag Shadow All Fox on Twitter. Like,
to do. Okay.
hit the bell icon, like and subscribe. Follows us on Patreon.
What Patreon?
We're on Twitch streaming at Shadow All Fox.
We have a streaming?
We can if we want.
Oh, please don't.
Oh, dear
no.
God, what have I started?
Well, here's the problem. If we do that, we may actually get people watching this.
Oh, dear God. You mean actual people?
Yeah, you're gonna have more success with streaming than uploading videos to YouTube.
No, I got I do have a Twitch account. Now, if I recall, we tried Archimage at one time to see if we could stream.
That
I
was on
remember-
YouTube.
No. We this was before you joined along, Zed. I think either I was doing this by myself. I think maybe I was doing this by myself then.
Yeah, because I don't remember doing that.
Because this
No,
was
we're-
with Rome 2, I believe. I tried to stream it and it was very laggy. So I was like,
Yeah, that was probably well. That has many factors involved with it, but
Yeah,
you know.
this was like the built-in. Apparently, Rome 2 had built-in straight to Twitch stream. So I was trying to see.
That would probably be why it was laggy.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Sounds right.
so we can start streaming.
Nobody does that.
Yeah, we can stream anytime you guys want. That's it.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't care. But no, don't worry, my mom. The only thing I have to do to make sure my mom never sees this is say, "Hey, Mom, I'd really like you to watch this video. I find it very funny."
Perfect.
That's it. That'll ensure that my mom never sees this ever. Ever.
I mean, hey, at least you know how to make your own insurance.
Oh yeah, no. Hey, I've had to. I mean that's when. I mean that's the kind of language my mom uses when she's, calm. You have no idea what she's like when she's angry.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, no, it's much worse. I've seen grown-ass men run away from my mom when she's pissed. She goes for the eyes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How are we doing on time?
No, we still got 9 minutes.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing any of my stories in any particular order, so I'll go with the first one on the top of my head, which I think it's been a while since you guys heard this. It was when I was at a bar with a meetup group, and I was talking with some people. It was going a nice time, and right next to us was a bachelorette party, which, surprisingly enough, they were actually being really tame. They had balloons, and they had, congrats, girl, you're getting married, all that, but they weren't going crazy. They were just actually being very calm and just talking lightly. Then, all of a sudden, this guy comes up to her, and starts screaming at the bride, "You are making the biggest mistake of your life. You'll never get another man like me. You chose wrong. You're going to ruin your whole life and you deserve it." Just went on a tirade for a good 5 minutes, and the poor bride is just standing there listening to him with this shocked look on her face as he talks. And when he finally gets done with this tirade, he then rushes over to the table and grabs the balloons that say, congratulations and everything. He grabs them, which is like this huge, big pile of balloons. It was like 20 or 40 balloons. Well, I don't know how many balloons, but it was a big bunch. So he had to use both arms just to grab them all. Right. He grabs them off the table and darts off to the side, out, where it's part of an outside bar, and he darts off, going around a fence to get into a white truck. And he's like, "Go, go, go!" And he's telling the guy to go while he's trying to jump into the car with all these balloons, and he can't even shut the door properly, trying to shove it into this white truck, who is slowly moving. And, he manages to finally get the door kind of closed with balloons sticking out everywhere, and speeds off. And we're just all looking at this, and I hear one of the girls talking to the bride. She goes over and says, "Who was that? Was that your ex?" And she goes, "I have no idea who that was."
Okay, so it was just a guy trying to get free balloons.
I mean, isn't that kind of a crazy length to go through for free balloons?
Hey, there's a helium shortage going on, so no.
Even so, wouldn't it have been easier for him to just run by and grab them?
No, you gotta make it look believable.
That was believable?
That
I
was
saw this and I don't believe it.
You gotta make.
What?
I mean, just a random guy coming in stealing balloons, that's a felony. A ex-lover who's disgruntled stealing balloons, no, that's a crime of passion.
Are you honestly telling me the police are gonna hunt down a guy who steals balloons?
No, but even then, after hearing that story, they super won't want to deal with it at that point.
Anyway, after a few minutes of all of us just going, what the hell, we hear a crash outside.
Was it
So
the
we all
truck?
rush out. The guy in the white truck has actually somehow managed to crash into a pole and flip the truck onto its canopy.
Oh, lovely.
It was the balloons. It threw off the car equilibrium, had that much helium in one car, it just caused it to be like up, started to lift it up.
Yeah, it might have, for all I know, or it could possibly be a balloon got in his way and he couldn't see the road properly.
I like my theory better.
You would.
I like just thinking it turned into up and the car started to float.
Yeah, because that's how that works.
That's how that worked.
Yeah, because an armful of balloons can lift a 1-ton truck.
Hey, Pixar never failed me at this point.
I'm legit afraid you're going to try that with your house one day.
You know, that'll be a good way to, when I get that age, that would legit be a good thing to do. Just like, this crazy dude bought a shit ton of balloon and helium and just started tying them all to his house and saying, I'm going to keep doing it until I can be like up.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so yeah, but it probably wasn't balloons because the balloons were scattered all over the bloody place. And, well, believe it or not, the two guys were okay. They were crawling out, and after they got out, they just ran off in a direction with the police chasing them. And, well, that's when we lost interest and all walked back in. And it's like, really? You know, okay. So we've got two scenarios here. One is that he actually was somehow a crazy ex that she completely forgot about, which I could technically believe. And, you know, he decided that the best way to get back at her was to steal her balloon entourage. Or Shadow R. Fox's theory that he was trying to steal the balloons for profit and needed to make up a story for cover. Either way, there are questions. Like, it feels like this could have been done in an easier way. Really for balloons?
I'm going to say this, Archimage. This is humanity. When have we ever done anything the easy way?
Prostitution.
You think that's easy? There's a bunch of pimps and hoes who would like to have a word with you.
I was thinking you were gonna say that's easy. It cost me money.
Well, that too. I mean, hey.
I legit thought you were gonna go for that.
Yeah,
I mean, hey,
you were going for.
They haven't made free prostitution, so yeah, it's not that easy.
Yeah, you're right. No, there is no free prostitution. Well, not legally, anyway. I mean, heck, non-free prostitution isn't even legal.
Yeah, I mean, there's not free prostitution illegally either. What are you talking about?
Okay, so, well, isn't humanity's entire thing is finding ways to make things easier so we can be lazy?
I mean, besides myself, who else actually try to do things the right way so they can be lazy?
Mathematicians.
You think they?
Why do you think we have so many formulas we have to learn in schools? Because mathematicians are lazy. So they invent new formulas so they don't have
If
to
that's
do
their version of being lazy, then they're doing something wrong.
Yeah, no, their version of being lazy makes us work hard. That's the huge irony of school.
I see one of those formulas and they're like, can you think of a faster way to solve it? Yes. I erased the damn chalkboard. That's how I fucking solved it. You welcome. That took me 5 seconds. Your way took me 5 hours. Dumbass.
I think you missed the point of the lecture.
And that's why I don't have a freaking minor in math.
Really? That's why?
That and I sure shit wasn't gonna stay in college another damn moment to take like
That's
Cal
fair.
3.
That's the same reason I don't have a minor in math.
No, I was supposed to. Yeah, because I think you and I both all commit our major. if we did like I think 2 or 3 more math classes, we would have been qualified for a math minor.
2 more classes, but you knew
Yeah.
the trouble I had just trying to change my major. I mean, there was no way in heck I was going to try and actually, add on a math minor. You remember what I had to go through to change my major, right? Well, actually, can I tell that story? What's our time?
Well, let me stop the recording and then we can start the next one with that.
No, we'll just do like one per session, and then we'll wait till next week and see what stories come out.
Okay, so you know how we'll remember this?
How so?
Because I just happened to be building a college.
Oh, dear God, why?
At the time that you were telling that story. So we'll call this the
God damn it, college.
Archimage College Stories.
No, that'll be fun. Okay, so next time, Archimage College Stories. Oh, these are going to be a hoot.
And
highlights will be the me trying to change my major, me trying to get a parking ticket erased, and best part, me accidentally becoming faculty and staff for a year.
Oh, that happened to someone else I know as well.
Wow, our school really sucked.
Oh yeah.
And we never got paid.
Oh, see, okay, I'll say what happened with the paycheck for my friend during that day.
You got a paycheck? Well, I got screwed.
I mean, how you think they found out they screwed up?
Well, that'll go into my story. Should be fun.
Go. Okay, any closing words? We'll leave the Archimage College Stories right here, and I'll leave myself pointed on it. And I'll save right. Oh, I love the name of that city, Mystery Boner.
I'm gonna say, since this is my life, all I can say is this: it is not statistically possible that my luck is this bad.
You sure about that?
According to the math.
When has math ever been right?
Can I get back to you on that?
And this will be perfect because I'll load it and I'll see this first and I'm like, well, now I know what we're talking about. Like we'll literally be starting up city skylines and the first thing we'll see is Archimage College Stories. It's like, oh, so that's what we needed to talk about.
Okay, good. We know where we're at now.
Okay, so let me stop the recording. Hope it doesn't crash my PC.